y'all, I'm back. Now what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be talking about, I'm pretty much going to be listing a list of TV shows slash movie facts that haunt me up to this day. Like, no matter how hard I try, I just cannot get them out of my mind. Sometimes I find myself wondering like, damn, what if this happened? What if that happened? Like, who is this? Who is that? Like, I just find myself like wondering about all those kind of things at random sometimes. So I'm pretty much going to be listing a lot of TV shows slash movie facts inside that still haunt me up to this day. Like pretty much the mysteries of the shows that pretty much really haunt me up to this day. So without further ado, let's get into it. In my cute little notebook right here, it says movie slash TV things that haunt me up to this day. Number one, if y'all are familiar with the 2002 movie Enough, starring Jennifer Lopez and Billy Campbell, then y'all are familiar with this one. Jennifer Lopez's character's name is Slim. And I said, what is Slim's real name? Now, if you've seen that movie, Slim's real name is never disclosed. Like, everybody calls her Slim, including Mitch. And also, if you've watched the Enough movie and stuff like that, you know the wedding scene and stuff like that. Slim's father, he's not dead. He's not in real life with Slim's father. He's not dead or anything, but to her, he's dead to her because, you know, he walked down on her when she was like really little and stuff like that. And I would like to say maybe it's like a name that her father probably gave her and stuff like that. And because she resents her father, she doesn't want to be recognized by that name. So that's why she decides to go by Slim. And if you've seen the movie, then you know that Slim's father's name is Jupiter. So, and also the name Jupiter, it goes both ways. On one hand, like in the science world, you know, it's a planet in the solar system. And number two, in the Greek mythology world, it's another name for the Greek god Zeus, who is the god of like light and thunder and all that kind of other stuff. Like, so yeah, it has a Greek mythological meaning and also a space meaning. So I would like to make myself think that maybe, you know, since his name is Jupiter, like in the space world, I would like to make myself think maybe since his name is Jupiter, her name might be something like Venus or something like that. Or in the Greek mythology world, I would like to make myself believe that maybe her name is probably Persephone or Athena or Medusa or some shit like that. Like, I don't know. Like, that's one mystery that haunts me. So, yeah. Number two, we're talking about Hannah Montana now. How did Miley Stewart, not Cyrus, Stewart, not Cyrus. How did Miley Stewart's mom die? Now, you're familiar with the Hannah Montana show. Pretty much both Miley and Jackson are raised by their father. Like, Miley Stewart did have a mom, but she died under mysterious circumstances that the Disney Channel decided not to disclose. I'm just curious to know, like, how did her mom die? Like, it was never disclosed. Like, if y'all familiar with the old 70s/80s show and early 90s show, Full House, it was disclosed how the Tanner girls, how their mom died. DJ had confirmed inside that their mom had died because of a drunk driver. So, I'm just surprised that they didn't disclose how Miley Stewart's mom died. It's just like, oh, you have two kids that are raised by their father and that's it. Like, they never really talk about their mom. Like, of course, you know, Miley's mom pops in here and there, you know, when she's having dreams or flashbacks or something like that. Like, she pops in here and there and stuff, but it's never disclosed how she died. Like, I wonder why they didn't put that in there. Like, I'm curious to know how she died. Like, did she have cancer? Was it just like the Tanner girls on Full House? Did she die because of a drunk driver? Like, I'm curious to know what happened. Number three. Who did the mysterious pregnancy test belong to on Moesha? Now, if y'all familiar with the 90s/early 2000s show Moesha, then y'all familiar, like, it has... I thought I heard something. But that was just my phone. But if y'all familiar with the show Moesha, it had 7 seasons, it had 7 seasons stuff. In the last season, I think it was like season 7, it was the college season. And I remember, I think his name was Hakeem and stuff. Hakeem had a friend and stuff. You know, he was a goofball. He was in love with Niecy and whatnot. And he had went through the girls' trash and stuff like that. And he came out with a pregnancy test. And he was like, somebody in this room is pregnant. And keep in mind, there were 4 girls. There's Moesha, there's Niecy, a Caucasian girl, I forgot her name, and a girl named Alicia. These 3 girls, the 3 out of the 4 of them were showing pregnancy signs. Alicia had weird cravings. The Caucasian girl, she kept complaining about being tired a lot. And Niecy, she kept having weird mood swings. All 3 girls were showing signs of pregnancy. So they were pretty much showing pregnancy signs. So I have a feeling it could be either 3 of them, or it just as well could be Moesha's, and Moesha is just pretty good at hiding her symptoms. I don't know. But other than that, who the hell does the pregnancy test belong to? Like, whose was it? I would like to make myself believe that it was just as well Moesha's, but she was just good at hiding her symptoms. I don't know. But hey, they pretty much just canceled the show without warning, and we'll just never know. Number 4, this also ties to Moesha. Did Moesha ever find Miles? Now, like I said, it was the 7th season and stuff. Miles ended up being kidnapped, and it ended with Moesha fainting, and that was that. Did they ever find Miles? No one knows. Did they ever find out who the pregnancy test belonged to? No one knows. They just axed the show without warning. So, yeah. Number 5. How the hell did Zach and Cody's mom afford to stay in a Tipton hotel? Now, if y'all are familiar with The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, starring Dylan and Cole Sprouse, you know they lived in the Tipton Hotel, which was their home. And up to this day, I wonder how in the hell their mama was able to afford to stay in that damn hotel. I mean, of course she was a singer, she performed there, but did sis sell drugs on the low? Did she sell cat on the low? Like, I'm curious to know how the hell she afforded to stay in that damn hotel. But you know, a lot of people, you know, they stay making up crazy stuff on Facebook and whatnot. You know, a lot of people have in their mind that she was selling cootie cat, which I believe she probably was selling cootie cat too. Hell, probably was low-key giving it to Mr. Tipton on the low so they can stay in their hotel. Hell, I wouldn't put it past them because, like, sis, I know damn well your ass ain't made big bucks off of singing alone. Your ass had to be doing some illegal shit. Either you was selling drugs on the low, or you probably was selling cootie cat. Or probably both. Hell, I don't know. Because how the hell was you able to keep your bills afloat and to keep your kids staying there, girl? Like, yeah. Number 5. We're talking about the Martin Show now. What did Tommy do for a living? Now, we all knew on the Martin Show what everybody and their mama did for a living. Both Pam and Gina, they had worked for this firm or company, I believe. Martin, he worked for radio, and then later on he had his own talk show. Cole, he was a janitor. He had cleaned airplanes. But what did Tommy do for a living? What did Tommy do for a living? That was never disclosed. Like, what did he do for a living? Did Buddy Loki sell dope? Like, what the hell did he do? Like, I mean, obviously he had to have jobs, because one thing about Tommy dressed fly as hell. Like, Tommy dressed nice as hell, had nice shoes, nice clothes. Like, Tommy stayed looking fresh as hell, so obviously he had a job, but what was it? No one will ever know. And I found myself Googling random facts sometimes. I remember I had typed that into Google and stuff. I asked, like, hey, what did Tommy or Martin, what did he do for a living? And it was later revealed that he was a counselor at the Boys and Girls Club. Which, you could not have told your friends that. Like, why'd you feel the need to keep that a secret? Did you think Martin was going to shame you for it or something? Like, yeah. Number 7, this also ties into Martin. Why didn't Martin ever talk about his dad? Now, obviously, you know, Martin, on the Martin Show, Martin stayed playing plenty of iconic characters. Plenty of iconic characters. And one iconic character he played was Mama Payne, which is Martin's mama. We have Mama Payne, but where's Daddy Payne? And how come you never talk about him, Martin? I would like to make myself believe that one of two things. A, Martin never knew his dad and stuff like that. Maybe he died when he was a baby. Or, I hate to go here, but maybe Mama Payne was a hoe back in the day and probably got knocked up by some random guy and don't know who Martin dad is. I don't know. But yeah, like Martin never really talked about his dad or anything like that. Like, that's just strange. Like, it's like we just have Mama Payne coming in the picture and that's it. Like, somebody screaming out there, but yeah, like we just have Mama Payne and that's it. Like, we don't know nothing about his dad. Like I said, maybe his dad died when he was a baby and he don't really know him that well. Or maybe Mama Payne was a hoe back in the day and probably just got knocked up by some random guy. Don't know who the dad is. I don't know. But yeah, Martin never really talked about his dad. Now the last two. This ties into the Golden Girls. Number 8. How come we never saw Charlie? Now, there's Blanche, Dorothy, Rose, and Sophia. 4 girls on the Golden Girls. 3 of which are widows and 1 who's divorced, which is Dorothy. And, you know, off and on throughout the series, you saw a glimpse of their husbands. Like, you saw Salvador, which was Sophia's husband. There was an episode that showed Blanche's deceased husband, George Devereaux. There was one episode that showed him. And also you saw Stan Zbornak, which was Dorothy's husband. He's very much alive. He pops in here and there and stuff like that to bother Dorothy. She's divorced, so he's very much alive. But there was never an episode that talked about Charlie, which was Rose's husband, Charles Nyland. Like, that was Rose's husband. Like, how come we never saw Charlie? Like, there was never an episode that Rose talked about Charlie off and on and stuff like that, but there's never no episode that showed Charlie, what he looked like, or some of the stuff they got into. Like, it never showed that. Never. And, you know, Rose claims that, you know, Charlie, he had died of a heart attack while making love to her and stuff like that. And I hate to point the finger, but I have a little conspiracy theory right here. Like, I like to make myself believe that Charlie died of a heart attack is false. Like, I would like to make myself believe that. Because, like, I would like to make myself believe that Charlie really didn't die of a heart attack, that she possibly killed Charlie some kind of way, because it's like we never see, I mean, obviously we never, like, there was never an episode that pretty much showed someone, that, I mean, there was never an episode and stuff like that that pretty much showed Charlie or anything like that. Like, yeah, like, sometimes I would like to make myself believe that Rose isn't as sweet and innocent as she claims to be, that she's low-key a psycho killer on the low, she killed Charlie or something like that, because, yeah, like, I've always found the way Charlie died, he died of a heart attack while making love to her, which isn't far-fetched. Like, that can happen in real life, but I've always found that, like, kind of strange, you know. I like to make myself believe that Rose low-key probably killed Charlie and stuff like that. Like, maybe he probably cheated on her one time, she probably found out, or better yet, maybe she probably found him fucking some woman in their bed and stuff like that, and probably flipped out and killed them both and stuff like that, and just covered it up saying he died of a heart attack and stuff like that on top of her. I don't know, but yeah, like, we never saw Charlie. And the last one, how come we never saw Phil? Now, Phil, okay, Sophia Petrillo, which is Dorothy's mom that lives with them, she had 3 children. She had Dorothy, she had Gloria, who pops in here and there, and she also had a son named Phil. We see Dorothy all the time because she's the main protagonist of the show. And Gloria had an episode where she popped in like here and there, but we never saw Phil. The only episode that pretty much featured Phil was, you know, the funeral episode when Phil died. And even though Phil had a wife and stuff like that, he was gay. And I just want to say this, like, y'all could not have found like one actor that could play as Phil and stuff, and we seen him, because throughout that whole season we never saw Phil. Like I said, we saw Dorothy all the time. Gloria popped in here and there, but we never saw Phil. The obvious reason is obviously because, considering the show that had came out in the 80s, you know, being gay kind of was frowned upon and stuff like that, and maybe there were no men available that pretty much felt confident enough to play a gay role. I don't know, but yeah, obviously that's the reason. But I just wonder why they didn't show Phil. Like, y'all could have had an episode that featured Phil. Like, I really would love to see Phil. Like, that's just strange to me. Like, y'all could not have found like one likely candidate to play Phil. Like, come on now, I would love to see Phil. Like, she talks about him off and on. Sophia talks about Phil off and on, but they just never showed him. Like, I would have loved to see Phil. I really would have. So, yeah, that's just about that on that. I hope I made sense. I felt like I was rambling and stuff like that. But like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to insert my social media handles over here as well in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. So until next time, peace out. Biatch.